Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Invictus Racing League, the performance league on the PlayStation platform. I am one or two commentators for tonight, Malc. With me, it's not Tim. Unfortunately, he's still not feeling good. So hopefully he'll come back, all being well, next week as well. So, but also I wish Tim all speedy recovery as well. We got Ryan in the commentators box for the first time on his debut as well. So how you doing, mate? You all right?
Hi, mate. How are you? Yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
Nice one, nice one. And it's obviously from your perspective, you're going to be on the commentators box just to help me out tonight. But what do you think of what do you think of the Chinese Grand Prix coming up in a bit?
Yeah, it's an overtaking fest, to be honest. The long straight, of course. I'm expecting a lot of action. The reverse grid as well. So we're in for an exciting race, I think. Yeah.
Absolutely. I think we're going to see quite a few overtakes. That's what we are expecting to see. But obviously, as you can see, guys, from the track info, we've got 16 corners with a 5.451 kilometres, 3.387 miles, 28 laps. This is tricky because it's going to be one of those tracks that's going to be tyre deg situation. There's been a few scenarios with the pit stop strategies, but we'll go through that in a moment too with Ryan. But we're going to have a quick look at the driver standings just for a brief moment. We've got the top half of the driver standings. Obviously, Nightshade's lost his momentous podium run, shall we say, but Harry has got his second podium last week in a row, pardon me, and we might have a hat trick of podiums in a row coming up in the Chinese. Can it happen? That's the big question. Ryan, who won last week in the French Grand Prix, unfortunately cannot race tonight, but he's more than welcome to help me out tonight in the commentators box. But I'm sure you'll be absolutely gutted tonight, Ryan.
Yeah, I'm gutted. I mean, I hope to just get that momentum through, and of course I can because I'm in Belgium right now. But yeah, I'm more than excited to see those drivers fighting for the win again. Let's see, because Harry is 10 points behind Nightshade as well. Let's see what that battle's gonna be. Yeah, I'm excited for this race.
Absolutely, absolutely, and you're rightly so. 10 points is the gap between Nightshades and Harry, who have been battling out non-stop throughout the season. But we've got 3 races left, including tonight, to find out what's going to happen. But let's have a look at the bottom half just for a brief moment. Obviously, Spud got his first podium of the season since he returned back in the Performance League, and it's good to see him back. Let's see if he can try and emulate another podium tonight, or can he try and get into the top half tonight? That's the big question. But the constructor standings now. Obviously, the bump and run racing of Nightshade's Vojtech are in the top half in first place in 297 points. You got B-Tech Racing with 278 points. Those are the two teams we are mainly going to be focusing on the most. Can Harry and Sab close down on Nightshades and Vojtech? That's a big question of it all. And we've got a joint third place between Hosaurus Racing and Only Fools and Horsepower Racing as well. And then you've got Mean Machine and H&M Racing with 179 170 points respectively. And then also at the bottom half, obviously it's getting even closer now with Dive Bomb Motorsport closing in on 6th place. But it is getting even closer than ever before, and we are going to be hopefully be starting on the race in a moment too. But are you in the lobby now, mate? Yes, you are. Cool. So should be on for a classic at the Chinese Grand Prix. We're just waiting for some confirmation before we do the race itself. But with the Performance League, if you're new to it and you join in, good evening to you all. I hope you're going to be exciting and watching this the Performance League. This is the realistic cars. So obviously the Mercedes is the faster car in the game, and then obviously the Williams is the slowest car. So obviously, depending on the pace of the drivers, you could a faster driver could be on in the slower car, i.e. the Williams, and then if you're a slower driver, or it just depends on how your performance is and the pace that you've done, you might be in with a faster car to make it match and equal. That's how the Performance League with how it goes with the car allocation scenario. But the car allocations obviously has been dealt with each week, and for every odd races, which is 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and 11. So next week will be the last one, where we'll have the short qualifying, and every even race is the reverse grid, which is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12, which is tonight, which will be the the reverse grid of last week's race. So Ryan would have been, if he was racing tonight, you would have been start right at the bottom of the track itself. But with a China track, do you feel like you would have had a struggling start, because you would have been right at the back of the grid tonight?
Well, I know that the slower cars have a disadvantage at longer tracks because of the time. I don't know, mate. I've not been in quite a slow car yet in the Performance League. So yeah, I want to see what Harry's going to do. Of course, he's amazingly quick. Let's see what he can do from the back of the grid, of course. But yeah, myself, I wouldn't know. I honestly wouldn't know what the pace would be for me in a slower car.
Yeah, it would have been a different story, to be fair, but yeah, it should be a different aspects of everyone with the scenarios and trying to push on, because obviously it's very tough when you're at the back of the grid and you have to push through the track and through the grid to try and get a decent position. But obviously with China, it's one of the worst tracks with tyre deg. So, but yeah, just try and see what's going to happen. We are going to be starting in about 1 minute time, guys. We are going to be starting in 1 minute time. But China, as I said, China is one of those tracks, Ryan, where the tyre deg is not going to be great. Now, if I remembered it right, the softs only last about 7 to 9 laps fresh, if you're lucky enough. But obviously with the mediums and hards, which we have seen a few times where people have gone for the 1-stop, and some people have gambled to go on the 2-stop. But would you have gone for the 1-stop tonight, or would you have gone for the 2-stop, depending on the situation that you was on, if you was racing tonight?
Well, I wouldn't know, because I haven't really watched any in terms of strategies, to be honest. But it couldn't be worse in France. The softs only lasted for, I think, 5 laps, and they were done. So yeah, we could see a 1-stop maybe with a safety car, some gamblers for 1-stoppers without safety car. We could just watch and see what happens. I guess we're starting right now, so...
Absolutely. So Ryan, on his debut on the commentators box, let's see if he can have an unbelievable debut for his moment in the Chinese Grand Prix for the Performance League on the PlayStation platform. Not only were live and exclusive for you guys, we also got the Xbox platform, which is on the Twitch channel, which is on the Invictus Racing Leagues. So check them out, guys, if you want to watch the Xbox version. But tonight, this is the PlayStation platform on the YouTube channel. And also check out the rest of for next week for F1, F2, F3 and F4 on the PlayStation platform for Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday nights. And then you also got the PC platform on the YouTube as well on Wednesday night. So Wednesday's an action-packed galore as well. But I hope everyone's all okay well and enjoying their Thursday nights on this 15th of April 2021 at the Chinese Grand Prix. 3 races to go in the Performance League. 2 drivers are battling out, and from what you've been driving on some of the races that you've been doing, did you have much battles with Harry and Nightshades during that time?
To be honest, yeah, Harry is a very difficult driver to drive against. I know he's very quick. Last week in France, I had a puncture the last lap. He would have caught me if it was, I think, two corners before. So I haven't had many battles because in Great Britain I was out by a crash. I don't know who it was again, but I couldn't battle much with people. I'm looking forward to the battle between Nightshades and Harry, of course, for the top of the table. Looking at the driver standings, I see Harry hasn't got a win yet. Maybe, yeah, if he does some amazing driving again, he can get his first win in the Performance League. We'll see. I'm just really, excited to see what happens.
Absolutely, and don't be nervous, mate. Do not be nervous in the comms box, because you're going to see an absolute belter of a race in the Performance League tonight. Tonight it is, as I said, will be the reverse grid of the results from last week, and I'm just getting the classification of the allocated positions. So just bear with me a sec, guys. So the car allocation, obviously, Tarak and Sab are in the Mercedes. So Spud or Stephen are in the Red Bull. The Racing Point of Ginger Tiger and Nigel Gash. The Ferrari is with Gareth and Matty. Pass and Vojtech are on the McLaren. The Renault of Fransan and Hulk. And then you got the AlphaTauri of Bando and Nightshades. And then you got TL4S and Harry in the Haas car as well. And the reverse grid is Ginger Tiger is in first place. Pass is in second. Bando is in third. Stephen is in fourth. Gareth is in fifth. Matty is in sixth. Nightshades is in seventh. Nigel Gash is in eighth. Vojtech is in ninth. TL4S is in 10th. Hulk is in 11th. Sab is in 12th. So Spud is in 13th. Harry is in 14th. Fransan 15th. And Tarak 16th place. So while we're waiting for the drivers to slowly coming into... just as I was saying, everyone's all set, ready to go. But from your experience and looking at it from that point of view, you had your great win last week in the French Grand Prix. What does it have to be to actually, what do you think is going to be your top 3 predictions based on what you have observed and what you have seen so far in the Performance League?
Knowingly that Nightshade is in top of the table, he's starting in 7th. He can get good points for sure. Maybe even a win if he's quick enough. I know Pass is very quick as well. He's starting from 2nd. I know he's a very quick driver as well at some points. Not every track, of course, but I know he's an F3 driver. He can catch up with any driver from F2, from F1. Let's see what he can do. Maybe he can get a shot at the podium as well. Bando Biz as well, starting from 3rd. He's an F1 driver. He's very quick as well. That's just no slow drivers, is there?
No, absolutely not. And it's you have to remember, it's all going to be trying to pick out the balance of the drivers as well as the car and as well as the track as well, to make it as equal and fair as possible. We've had 9 winners, 9 different winners out of 11, so that's still pretty much impressive when you still think about where 2 drivers have made the same more than 1 win this season. But overall, it's just been an impressive season from all these drivers so far this season.
Yeah, for sure. It's amazing that they get allocated so well. There are 9 winners. I don't know, there are 20 drivers, so yeah, that's almost half of the field that can win a race. Not even a full season of 21 races. We've had, let's see, 9 races, and yeah, so many winners. It's just unbelievable, is it?
Absolutely, and you gained my catchphrase now with the unbelievable moments as well. So,
yeah.
So we've got, obviously, I'm looking at the tyre wear, and Ginger Tiger is the only one that's gambled on the softs. Whereas, Bando...
Spin.
Yeah, I just saw that. Bando is just trying and walk the tyres, and he can't afford to do that. But with obviously, I don't know if he's luckily enough, he hasn't lost his front wing, because he would have been catastrophic as well. But I would watch out for Pass as well. So he'll be the one to watch out for. Obviously, we're going to have to watch out for Nightshades and Harry to see how they can try and do in the battles in tonight's race at the Chinese Grand Prix. But I wish everyone all the very best of luck. This is the reverse grid. This is going to be, well, there's no qualifying, it's just the reverse grid of last week's results. Obviously, Matty and Tarak are the only ones who are not racing tonight. So those are the only 2 drivers who are out from the 16 that we mentioned earlier on. So I wish everyone all the very best of luck. Here we go, waiting for the lights to come on. We've got 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 red lights. And we are... Go! Who's at the great start? Has Pass got a good start? It looks like... Oh no, he's had a slow start at the moment. Bando's making the move into the round the outside. You got to be careful. It looks like the Ferrari of Gareth has dropped himself down to 4th. O'Stevens dropped down, moved up to 4th. Gareth dropped down to 5th. But still, the battle between Nightshades and Gareth going side by side, 2 wide. And we got TL Volvers moves up to closing in on from 7th place. And now Gareth trying to hold on for 5th. But still, Nightshades trying to push on for 5th place as well. He really wants to try. These two are absolute belters, trying to make no mistake at all. I know we already started, but so far there's been some great battles from the start of the race. But unbelievable start there, Ryan.
Yeah, looking at the back, Fransen's got a good start as well, from last on the grid to 11th right now. He's had a good start as well on the mediums. He's gone very deep, attacking Sab in the Mercedes, not quite getting the move in. Getting overtaken right now, as I say, by Harry, going onto the long straight, side by side. Gonna be an immense battle, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Now, Pass is trying to make the move onto Bando. I think he has just made the move. Quite a few drivers are trying to get the slipstream, and it looks like Fran has made the move, but Harry's going himself back up to... No, he's dropped himself down to 12th. They're going side by side, 2 wide scenario. Now Fran Sam moves up to 11th. Ginger Tiger's got the fastest up the race at the moment with 138.168. But still, Harry is not giving. Harry is not giving up against Franson, who's trying to push on massively. And it's just been absolute good start from some of the drivers who are in the Performance League tonight. But overall, it's it looks like Ginger Tiger's trying to pull away. It looked like he tried to get past. Trying to pull away as much as possible. Obviously, the softs is going to be absolutely a belter for him, but obviously the tyre wear is not going to be great. Oh my God, Bando has lost it out. He's going to be careful because O'Stevens making the move into 3rd place. That is a good move there from O'Steven. Now Gareth is going to try and make the move onto Bando. Let's see what we can try and do. But Ryan, who are you watching so far?
Yeah, looking at that Bender right now is really struggling on the hard. It's obviously a really difficult tire to drive on. As you can see, Ginger Tiger is pulling away as well, slowly but surely from Pass. Obviously, the tire wear is going to kick in after a few laps budget from Ginger Tiger, but Pass has to keep up with Ginger Tiger to get the better strategy and maybe overtake him later in the race.
Absolutely. Hopefully he'll try and do the overtake. Well, we'll have to wait and see probably about lap 6, 7. That's where the soft is going to completely gone and go onto the pits. But I forgot to mention actually with the penalties. We haven't seen much penalties that we have seen throughout the racing on the week itself. But this track is, if you do get a penalty, you would be really unlucky, to be fair. But it's just absolute mad battles. But we got a train going from pretty much from O'Steven, but also we got Vojtech and Sab. Sab is trying to push on Vojtech in 9th place. He's going to have a chance on the medium tyres, obviously, from Mercedes. Just trying to see what he can try and do. But so far so good, Ryan, tonight.
Yeah, looking at Nightshade as well, as he may have 1 place from the start, maybe get not a few places to maybe push for the podium as well. He's also in the medium tyres as well as Gareth in front. Then you have Bendo and O'Steven both on the hards. They are going to struggle a lot in the beginning of the race, but later in the race, maybe going onto the softs, maybe on the mediums to stop early if there's a safety car. But looking at the two, they're really struggling. As you can see on the straight, O'Steven's battling Bando right now. Bando on his tail. He can't really get close enough now within the DRS range. Is he gonna make the move? He can't quite make it. O'Stevens broke really late. And yeah, position's kept.
So position is kept. O'Steven and Bando's, like I said, Bando looks like he's, as you rightly said that, right, he's really struggling, but hopefully that doesn't compromise too much. But there's a battle at the back between the Racing Point and I believe that was Vojtech. That was Vojtech.
Vojtech on the inside.
Oh,
what a move.
that was a good move. A little bit of contact between Nitrogash and Vojtech, but Sab is putting the pressure on Nitrogash.
And there's contact between Sab and Nitrogash. Again, contact. Nitrogash is on the grass, but
So
I think there's front wing damage on the Mercedes. I'm not sure.
Well, Ryan says just to double check. Yes, you are right, Ryan. On the right hand side, he has Sab has lost a bit of his front wing. Obviously, we could not find out exactly where that happened, but it might have been from the battle that we have just seen from turn 2 to 3. But overall,
Yeah, it was turn 1-2.
Cool, nice
And
one.
there's a yellow flag in sector 3.
Yellow flag set to 3. I'm not sure what is happening, but looks like there's been some debris.
Racing point.
Yeah, it is a racing point. You are right there, Ryan. It is Ginger Tiger.
There was a leader, Ginger Tiger.
It was absolutely Ginger Tiger who's... this is what I mean with the softs. The softs ain't great. They've never been great at all. And I think what you're trying to do is try and gamble to make sure that they're going to be going on till the end. But Steven's making a move! He's making a move on the inside, no! Steven thought...
And Pass has crashed out. Pass has gone into the pits. That's quite early.
I think he's trying to do the old slipstream, but looking at this now, Bando's trying to make the move, and it looks like he's trying to make a move on the inside! Is he making the move? Oh, come on! Oh no, he's still trying to hold on. Steven trying to hold on as much as possible, but Bando and Steven are still battling now, the Red Bull against the Alpha Tauris. The two drivers, absolutely brilliant driving from these two. Fantastic stuff, but I forgot to mention, guys, the weather. There will be rain near the end. Tiny bit of rain near the end of the race. That's what I've been told. So China is going to will have a bit of rain at the end of the race. So I would not be surprised if these guys can try and pit in early for the one stop. But then again, some people could gamble if there's a safety car, which we have not seen much throughout the week itself. So just trying to see what happens at the moment. But at the moment, we've got Steven in first, Bando is in second, Nightshade's in third, Gareth is in fourth, TL44S is in fifth, Vojtech is in sixth, Ginger Tiger is seventh, Fransan is in eighth, Nojigash is in ninth, Hulk is in 10th, but he's got the first penalty of the session. Spud is in 11th, Pass is in 12th, Sab's in 13th, and Harry is in 14th place at the moment. Sab, who had to pit because of the front wing damage, obviously the straight line speed is not going to be great. I'm really wondering to see if some drivers are gambling to go in early, because obviously the pit stop is not great with the timings itself. But what's your
Ginger
thoughts?
Tiger's pitting as well.
Yeah, Ginger Tiger is pitching as well. But what's your thoughts of the race so far, Ryan?
Yeah, I'm confused why Pat's pitted. Maybe to get some free air, to get some pacing on the hards, but just watching him through the long right-hander before the long straight, he was really struggling as well on the hards. Maybe get the temps in quite early, his first out lap, of course. I want to see where he ends up, of course. Ginger Tiger's pitting as well. He's come out in front of Pass. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Pass has changed the front wing or something. Maybe he had some front wing damage.
Probably. We'll find out later if he does get into the top three. But at the moment, Steven are having a good battle. Actually, to be fair though, between Steven and Vojtech, Fransan, if he gets closer, we could have a 7-car battle for the lead already in this race, and it's absolutely mad stuff.
Maybe even 8 or 9 in terms of Ginger Tiger and Pass pitting early. They are close to each other right now within 2 seconds. Maybe they can catch up to the lead as well. There's a move going from the McLaren and the Haas. There's Vojtech and TL44. Vojtech's making the move and he gets it. He's up into P5.
Brilliant stuff there from TL44S. At the moment, Fran, I'm just watching it from his car point of view. Let's see what we can try and do, closing in the gap onto TL44S down the straight. He's got 135.332. Let's see what he can try and do now. Come up to... I feel like this first sector is the trickiest part of it all. Looks like Gareth has just gone a little bit wide at turn 2, but still doing everything possible to try to close the gap. Sorry, Ryan. Sorry to interrupt you there.
No problem. I was interrupting you. Just watching at the back. Ginger Tiger is really struggling. Pass was 2 seconds behind. Now he has passed Ginger Tiger for P11. Maybe even the provisional lead. We don't know after the pit stops, but what's going on with Ginger Tiger?
Well, to be fair, Ginger Tiger, it must be the setup. It must be something. We don't know. But Pass and Ginger Tiger have had a bit of a battle from yesterday's race in the F3 League. So I was wondering to see if these two can try and have another battle going on tonight. But it looks like Pass has finally gotten past Ginger Tiger, finally in the race itself tonight. But we'll have to wait and see how it goes. We'll have to wait and see how it goes. But at the moment, look at this. Look at this. Brilliant stuff. Absolutely brilliant. And it looks like Fran is going to have a chance on TL4S with the DRS. So now TL4S is already defending. He's already defending on the inside line. And now Fransan making a move.
He's really cutting me off there.
But
and he's made a move. What a move from Fransan there around the outside of TL4S. That's just great driving, isn't it?
Absolutely, Ryan. Absolutely brilliant stuff. It looks like, that might be Hulk. Hulk just went wide at the last corner, turn 16, and trying to close the gap on to Nitrogash. But as things stand at the moment, it's looking good for Nightshade to try and pull that gap away from Harry. Obviously, guys, with the Performance League, the points are, as long as you finish, you'll guarantee points, whether you're out of the top 10. If you're out of the top 10, you still guarantee points. But it just all depends, as long as you don't retire or DNF. But Ryan, who are you watching so far?
Yeah, Fransan, he's made up 8 positions from the back of the grid. He's with Vojtech, he's with Gareth, he's with all the guys in the front. Nightshades is he closing up as well within 3 seconds. I mean, is this gonna be a podium contender, or what do you think?
It just all depends if he can try and get past Vojtech. This is his best opportunity now to make the move onto Vojtech. But obviously you've got some of the drivers who are on the hard tyres, and I've seen people gambling on the from the mediums to the hards, like on lap 12.
Vojtech and Gareth.
Oh, go on. What's he going to say? Gareth is defending away from Vojtech. Vojtech is going to make the move, and he does.
He's made the move. He's gone wide though. Gareth besides. Yeah, he's made the move. What a move from Vojtech again, up to 4th.
Brilliant stuff there from Vojtech, but look at Gareth now. Gareth is trying to close the gap. Looks like Hulk has dropped down to 10th, so Spud has moved up to 9th. But fair play to
Hulk
Vojtech.
is pitting, by the way.
Oh, it is Hulk, sorry. It looked like Spud just got himself ahead, but he did get ahead. But Hulk has finally got himself into the pits. But I think it might be a little bit.
That's a front wing change, mate.
It is a front wing change, did you say sorry? It's a front wing change, did you say sorry? Okay.
Yeah, I didn't expect that. The front wing looked all fine, but Hope has changed the front wing, and he's back out again behind Sab. 2.3 seconds behind Sab now, 3 seconds. Yeah, maybe he can get a few places up as well. He's on the hard, so he's gonna take them through to the end. And yeah,
absolutely no worries at all. I thought the way he worded it was like it was had a front wing change, but he's on the hard, so he should try and go all the way to the end with the hard tyres as much as possible. But we're still watching this battle between Nightshades and Vojtech. Vojtech is getting closer to his teammates of Nightshades. Now, you probably think, why are they teammates and they're not in the same allocated cars? It is because they are. You can have teammates that are not in the same car allocated car. It's just their actual being car performance car picked, shall we say? But overall, that's where you see Nightshades and Vojtech. These two are having some great scenarios for their team. But Ryan, who are you watching so far?
Yeah, looking at Steven in second, he's closing up to Bendo in his DRS range, of course. But looking at the ERS usage of Steven, on the start-finish straight, he was at 5%, while Bendo had a little bit more. So maybe that's why Bendo's still in front. Maybe his ERS management is better than O'Steven's ERS management, and just trying to pull away on the DRS traits and not let him overtake him.
Yeah, it could be. It could be that. I mean, obviously in the F1 you have to make sure your ERS is like managed well, because otherwise it's just completely gone after like half the lap, and you have to try and manage and save as well, and it's very difficult when you've got different drivers trying battling out against you, and then you lose out so much, to be fair. But as things stand at the moment, we've got 4 drivers could be on battling out for the lead, and then also we've got Gareth and Fransan also. So actually, you know what? I'm going to have a look at Fransan and Gareth. Fransan trying to close the gap onto Gareth, who was within a close gap scenario, but not anymore. It looks like
Nitrogash on TL44S made the move around the outside. Can't keep it there.
Oh, come on. Oh, TL4S just holding on. But fair play to TL4S, but Nitrogash will be bouncing back. Try and close the gap onto TL4S for 7th place, but nearly.
Trying to make the move down the inside in turn 1, side by side through turn 2.
He's
got it back.
What a move there from Nitrogash, and I'm sure with that, with that absolute brilliant stuff there from Nitrogash. To be fair, brilliant stuff from Nitrogash. He's going to try and close the gap onto Francis. So 4.4 seconds of a gap to close the gap. But now we've got 2 drivers who are on the hard tyres, Ryan. We've got 3 drivers, I do apologise. 3 drivers on the hards, 1 driver on the mediums in the top 4. This is going to be... Nitrogash needs to makes the move against O'Steven, but with this DRS train, it's never been difficult, is it?
Maybe Nitrogash could pit right now. If I was him, maybe finish the race on the hards, get some pace in there in free air, and pull away from those guys when they're pitting for mediums, maybe later in the race, lap 16, 17. I don't know when you can pit for mediums, but maybe Nightshade is maybe even a contender for the win. We don't even know, because he's in the top 3 with 1 mediums. The hards should be faster at this point because the mediums are worn out, but Nightshade's really hanging on there, staying in the DRS range of O'Steven. Of course, having Vojtech behind as well. He's really hanging in there. Maybe he's even a contender for the win. There's so many contenders for the win. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable again.
You see, he's trying to get my catchphrases out of the way, to be fair, Ryan. Fair play to him on that. So, we got O'Steven trying to close the gap onto Bando in first. But also, what I've noticed as well, the clouds are getting darker. So, as we predicted, we are going to get the rain scenario later on. But from their perspective, I think the drivers who are on the hard tyres, they're trying to get last as much as possible. Same with the medium tyres. But it's getting even darker, so I know we've been told that rain's going to come in near the end of the race, but when do you think the rain will kick in as well, Ryan?
Yeah, we'll just see. I mean, this is maybe the guys on the hards right now are taking profit from it because they can last longer than, of course, the mediums and the guys like Pass and Ginger Tiger who've pitted already. That's just a real disadvantage for them because they have to pit again for Inters later in the race. And that's just really unfortunate, but of course could play into Bando Biz and O'Steven's hands right now because they're on the hards 1 and 2. And even Vojtech, of course. Well, let's see what Nightshade does. Maybe he's going to stretch them to the rain as well. But obviously they're going to drop off. As I say, Nightshade's pitting right now. So he's not taking the gamble to stretch them to the rain.
No, because I think the mediums. If I
Racing
Point
right, is off.
Oh, what was that?
It's a Renault. That's a Renault. That's off. It's Hulk. Hulk is off.
So Hulk is gone off the track at, I believe, turn 14. 14. Yeah, that was turn 14.
Let's say the long right-hander, shall we?
Yeah, the long right-hander as well. And we might we might have the rain.
That's a retirement of Hulk.
It's a DSQ. Unfortunately for Hulk, he has a DSQ because he was trying to get back onto the track. But unfortunately for him, he is out. He is out of the race.
That's Bando. Really had a moment of oversteer right there in the lead.
Oh, who was that? Bando? Was it Bando on the
Bando really had a moment of oversteer. He's really struggling right now in the hearts. Of course, it's raining as well. Nightshade's just pitted. That's I think a bad gamble from him to pit right now. He could have lasted a bit longer to stretch it to the rain. There's the rain already. In 3 or 4 laps, the track will be too wet to have slicks on. So yeah, that's not good for Nightshade. It's not good at all.
No, but again, the rain. We're not sure when the rain. It could be heavy for all we know the next few laps, but overall this is going to be great for the harder tyres, like the hard and the mediums, because they should last a bit longer when the wets kick in. But when the rain kicks in with the track, you have to make sure you get the right tyres in at the right time. And we're at the halfway marker now. We've got Bando holding on in first, Stephen is in second, Vojtech in third, Fransan is in fourth, Nitrigash is in fifth, Spud is in sixth, TL4 Forest is in 7th, Nightshade is in 8th, Pass is in 9th, Gareth is in 10th, Sab is in 11th, Ginger Tiger is in 12th, Harry is in 13th, and Hulk is the only one who's at the unfortunate DSQ during that race tonight. But from your driving experience, if you was in this situation and whatever tyre that you're on, would you have waited a few more laps and then gone for the the intermediates and stuff? Obviously,
if I was on the mediums right now, I would just stretch it to the rain. Maybe it's 2 or 3 more laps, because you will lose some time, of course, when you're on the mediums and they're worn. But there's contact between Vojtech and Steven for second, just as I speak. But yeah, the mediums, I would just stretch them a little bit to the rain, like right now in 2 or 3 laps, because you'll lose maybe a bit of time, but you'll gain it by just not pitting. That's the only reason why you're gaining time at that point. So yeah, it wouldn't make sense to now pit for new slicks. That just doesn't make sense.
True, absolutely right, absolutely. And it looked like Fransan had a bit of a moment between himself and Vojtech. Vojtech getting close to Steven. Again, these two are trying to battle out left, right, centre. We have seen we've got another battle between Pass and Gareth for 9th and 10th respectively, but this is the closest battle we've got so far in this race. But at the moment, Vojtech can try and close the gap onto second place. But overall, as long as Nightshade gets ahead of Harry for in this race, this is massive points. This is massive points coming to the last 2 races after tonight. So, especially when you've got the drivers' considerations as well as the constructors, you're going to have to be 100% spot on with the racing at every opportunity. But these drivers are trying to push on, Ryan, and they're doing absolutely brilliant stuff. Do you agree?
Yeah, of course. I mean, every one of them is a great driver. As you say, there are 9 different drivers who won a race in 9 different races. So yeah, there's not been a double winner yet. Correct me if I'm wrong, but if I'm saying this, that just shows how competitive the field is in the Performance League. Really well done to the admins, of course, for making it this competitive. As I say, Vojtech's really closing in on Steven on the straight. Is he gonna make a move down the inside? And yeah, he's just made it, Malc.
Yeah, absolutely.
Side by side still.
But
a little bit of oversteer.
A little bit of oversteer.
People are pitting.
Yeah, I think we're at the cut-off point now. I think the rain is slowly kicking in, so we'll not be surprised if Nitric actually staying out.
Staying out? What a gamble is that?
I'm hoping that does not cost him a lot, but the back end, especially the back end of the third sector, as we just saw from Nightshade's point of view. But then again, the hard tyres should be alright for the first few laps, but then once the rain's starting to kick in, that is it. You could be losing out massively. It looks like Bando has gambled on the intermediates. Stephen's gone out on the medium tyre.
That's an error, I think.
But then again, Vojtech has gone out on the mediums. France's gone out on the hards. So some drivers are gambling on the intermediates, and hopefully this does not cost the drivers situation. But look at Gareth now. Gareth cannot control that Ferrari at all. So unless I'm mistaken, Ryan, I do think this. I think the intermediates is the right way forward now.
Yeah, I think they made a mistake at the pit stops by selecting the tyres. There's a racing point right now, yellow flag, sector 1. It's just green again. But yeah, I think it's a mistake from the runners on slicks right now who's just pitted. This is not a right gamble at all. The track is too wet for slicks at the moment. As you can see, like Gareth can't control his car. Surspud has just passed him in the inters there. He's just too quick. There's spray coming from the tyres all over the place. So I can only see this as a mistake from the runners on slicks right now.
Absolutely, but then again, Ryan, what's your thoughts of if it? Obviously, we've been told the rain's kicking in, but this is a massive opportunity for Spud to get his second podium on the bounce. And look at Vojtech and pass. Spud's making a move round the outside. Has he done it? Oh, what a move! What a move round the outside. Brilliant stuff, absolutely brilliant there from Spud. I know it's on the intermediates, but we got two in the bed moments, and now the two McLarens still holding on for dear life. Oh my God! Has there been contact? Has there been contact between?
There is still contact there.
So there's been quite a few drivers who have been contacted, and now all the drivers who are in the pits, they should be on for the intermediates, but Stephen is still out. He's staying out.
What's he doing?
Unless
even France aren't staying out.
Unless they know something that we don't know, they're hoping that the rain is not gonna impact a lot. I'm just gonna clarify just to make sure. Tiny bit of rain towards the end. That's what I've been told by the weather crew. But yeah, Stephen's gone wide. Stephen has gone wide. That is going to cost him. And now Spud has got a chance to get second place. And now, this is mad. This is
really.
Go on, Ryan.
This is really playing to Bando his hands, because he's 20 seconds clear of the second place. It's just unbelievable.
I do believe Bando has made the right call at the right time. But then again, they might have seen something different to what the others are seeing on the pit stop strategies. But overall, this has just been one hell of a mad race. And now TL4 Race has just gone ahead of Stephen. Stephen will be fuming. He'll be absolutely fuming. Look at him.
He's got no traction.
Yeah. Go on, Ryan. Say it. He's got
no traction at all. I mean, you can't stay out on the slicks very long because it's wet weather, maybe even heavy rain conditions. If I can see the track right now, the spray coming off the tires of the drivers, you can't stay out on the slicks longer than that, mate.
No, absolutely. And now Nitrogas has made a move on Stephen. So I'll be very surprised if these guys go out another lap. Hulk has unfortunately left the garage. Stephen finally goes into the pits, but I think that may have cost him a good podium position in tonight's race as well. Sab.
And I think if...
Sorry, Ryan. Oh my God! Contact between Vojtech and Sab. Vojtech and Sab. Sab's made a couple of moves with a few positions, to be fair, so that's still impressive stuff from Sab. But yeah, brilliant stuff. But sorry to interrupt you there, Ryan. What did you say? Sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. I think if Bando can keep it on the track, it's just an amazing win from him. I mean, maybe some mistakes by the second, third runners who pitted and gone onto slicks, but of course Bando 22 seconds in front of Surs. But if there's no safety car, I think this is just, I don't know what to say. It's 22 seconds. You don't see it too often.
Are you speechless? Ryan, as well?
Yeah, by the choice of Bando. I mean, he's gone for inters while the others just pitted for slicks. I mean, that's just a mistake. I don't know what happened there, but yeah, I mean, Bando, he's really happy with this, of course. I mean, look at that. He's on the start-finish straight, while the others are still beginning their straight on the long straight in sector 3, of course. It's just, yeah, Bendo. So Spud's got a penalty as well.
Yeah,
3 seconds.
Yeah, so Spud, after Hulk, unfortunately, had the DSQ, is the second person to get the penalty of the 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. And also, look at this now. Look at this. Harry, who's just went from, oh my god, we've got three in a bed moment. Oh, what a move there from that might be from Pass. Was that from Pass or that might? I tell you what, I was speechless because we had a 3-wide scenario between Pass, Vojtech, and Fransan. And Pass, who went round the outside, that is impressive stuff if that was him. Unbelievable stuff.
There's contact between the Red Bull and the Renault.
What happened? What happened, Ryan?
Still on the slicks. Fransan is, I don't know what he's doing. He's pitting right now for Inters. Fransan was just, the McLarens were catching up to him and made a move. Of course, you said 3 wide. That was because I think Fransan was still on the slicks, so it would have been an easy move after all for the McLarens. But now, Steven's gone in front of Vojtech as well. He's trying to close in on Pass, maybe for 8th place. And yeah,
absolutely.
It was just the gamble of Fransan to, I don't know, stay out longer on the slicks, but he's down to 12th now. He's had an amazing start, but now last place, that's not what he wanted. That's not what he wanted.
Absolutely. You were right there, Ryan. He did not want that position there at all. But obviously the biggest mover of the race so far is Spud with 10 positions. What a way to could be on for another podium tonight if he can play his cards right. This is absolutely impressive stuff, and played his proper cards right to get on there. But the 2 drivers that we are looking forward to the most is the Nightshades and Harry battle. And now Harry, who was last in majority of the race tonight, well, I'll say last, it was like near the bottom of the grid, shall we say, but now he's got his 1 place, well, just behind Nightshades, but only like the 8-second gap. But then again, if Harry can try and close the gap, this would be impressive stuff, to be fair. But now Nightshades, he's going to be under a lot of pressure, but as long as he keeps his momentum and keeps it ahead of Harry in the next few races, it's just game over, really, to be fair.
Yeah, and of course you can see the rain just brings the best out of the driver. You can see who's a good driver and who's not, because yeah, it's so tricky to drive in the rain, of course, in F1 2020. Also the past games as well, but this, you can see Nightshades really closing in on Sab, who's of course in the Mercedes, Nightshades in the AlphaTauri. Sab has got the faster car, but can Nightshades make the move for 6th? And maybe, yeah, if he's got enough pace, try and close up to the top 4.
Absolutely. Also, don't forget, Sab and Nightshades are battling out against each other with the constructors. So Sab has got a good chance of trying to close the gap with the points. But obviously, with well, actually, this will be good points for between Sab and Harry, because they will have some decent points to try and close the gap, because Vojtech is in 10th, Nightshades is in 6th. We'll have some decent points, but overall the constructors is going to get even closer, I believe. But now Nightshades, unless Nightshades thinks of it differently, but now Fransan's going to make the move on to Junior Tiger at the back of the grid, and he might have made the move, and he does make the move. So brilliant move there from Fransan if he has done, but Junior Tiger is still behind in dropped down to 13th place, but still the battle between Nightshades and Sab. But overall, who's been your driver of the race so far?
Well, I can't say, we can't say yet. Yeah, of so far, of course, Bando is 24 seconds, if 125, as I say. But looking at the weather, has it stopped raining?
You are right, it has stopped raining, but the track is still wet. The track is still wet and the clouds are still there, so it's not going to dry up massively. So
there's someone gone into the pits. It's Pass who's gone into the pits right now. Maybe you think it's dry enough for slicks. Let's see if he takes the gamble.
But this is really annoying to some of the drivers who are pitted for the intermediates. during that race, because now they're going to have to go on. Pass is going for the softs. It looks like some of the drivers have all gambled to go in the. But Gareth has got himself moved himself up to 9th place. No, he hasn't. Sorry, moved up to 10th place. But overall, I can see a bit of sunshine, but not as much. Not as much on some parts of the track. But
leaders pitting.
So Bando's pitted, but don't forget, it's normally between 23 to 25 seconds of the pit stop. So basically, Bando has got a free pit stop either way. To be fair, so even if Spud gets into the pits, which he'll be doing sooner rather than later, but now TL4 for us, and now Spud is in the pits. So all the top 3 drivers are in the pits. Nigel Gash is in the pits. The track is now stopped raining. The track is getting drier. This is where everyone is going to be gambled on to go to the pits. This has been a mad race with pit stops as well. Do you agree, Ryan?
Yeah, I can just say one word. It's not unbelievable, of course. It's gone from dry to wet to dry in like, I think, 6 laps. That's just you don't see that too often in the game. The Vojtech and Gareth gambled to stay out on slicks. Let's see the position changes right now. Vojtech's lost 1 place, that's not too bad. Gareth lost 5, so that's maybe a bad gamble. As I say, Vojtech's got a penalty for corner cutting. So that, yeah, he's made a move on Steven, who's pitting right now. Let's see what he can do on the 5 laps all mediums. I think I'm right. Yeah, 5 laps all mediums. Of Steven behind on new softs. Everyone in front is on new softs, all mediums as well. I don't know. Is Vojtech vulnerable right here to old Steven? Yeah, of course with the penalty, but
yeah, he will be because of the softs. Depending on if he can get closer to Vojtech in the next lap, probably about the next 2 laps, shall we say? But overall, this is on lap 22-28 of the Invictus Racing League, the Performance League on the PlayStation platform, live exclusive for you guys on the YouTube channel. Not only are we live exclusive for you guys, we also got the Twitch channel for the Xbox League, for the Performance League on the Xbox platform. So check them out, guys, on Invictus Racing Leagues. So check them out, guys, if you want to watch the Xbox version. But also check out all the rest of the races next week from Monday back to Thursday, with F1, F2, F3 and F4 for the YouTube, for the PlayStation platform on Mondays, Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and also the PC platform on Wednesday nights as well. Not only are we live exclusive on the YouTube and Twitch, we also got some social media sites on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, so check them out, guys. Make sure you like and follow as well. So looks like Pass is getting close to Gareth for 10th, and he's on the fresh softs. So let's see how Pass can try and do. Can he try and make the move? He's going to, or I thought he was going to gamble on at turn 16 to try and close the gap, but with Pass on the, it looks like he was trying to save ERS, unless I'm mistaken, Ryan.
yeah, I didn't see it. He's got, I think, 5%, only 6%. That's contact between Gary and Pass right now as they're going into turn 3. Garrett's still holding on to 10th, of course, top 10. Every position gives you a point, but you want to be in the top 10, and it gives you more of a, let's see here, Pass is trying to make the move down the inside, barely makes it. Of course, Gareth's on the hards. He stayed out while it was raining. Maybe a bad gamble because he lost some places, but there's Pass closing in on Gareth right now. TL4 for S looking at that as well. Can't just keep up with Spud, who's got a 3-second penalty for the 2nd place. It's still going to be interesting for some positions.
Absolutely. I think with some positions with Vojtech and Spud, that's where to try and see how it goes with the scenario. So now Pass might have a chance to pass Gareth for 10th place.
He's got no ERS left. Pass has got no ERS left.
that's probably why he's trying. That's why he's trying to save all that ERS that we are seeing from the back of the car. He's trying to save all that ERS as much as possible, but not enough to get close to Gareth. But hopefully this will be enough now. Let's have a look from his point of view. Try and close the gap onto Gareth. Not enough on that DRS. Not enough on that DRS. And oh, he's trying to make the move. No, he was trying to make the move on the inside. Saw the little bit of the gap, but Gareth's saying, no, mate, you're not getting past just yet. You're not getting past just yet. With 5 laps to go. 5 laps to go on this frantic, and I will say this now, frantic, the Invictus Racing League, the Performance League on the PlayStation platform. If you just joined us, ladies and gentlemen, good evening to you all, but where have you been? You've missed some great battles. You've missed from a dry to a wet, and now back to dry scenario. And now Gareth trying to defend against Pass for 10th place. Like I said, it's going to be close call. It looks like O'Stephen could have a chance on Vojtech in 8th place. Pass is going to go too wide. No, he was having a quick glance to say, look, mate, I am here. Or he really wants to try and make the move done as quickly as possible, Ryan.
Yeah, as you can see, he's using all his ERS right now. Pass to just, yeah, as you say, pass Keiran. It's in his name to pass people, but onto the long straight, he can't quite get close to him to get the overtake done. Maybe on a start-finish straight. It's really an interesting battle between them right now. Gareth has got maybe he's not even the ERS, it's just his setup that he's got much more straight line speed than Pass right now. Is really closing in, going into turn 1. Pass behind Gareth, thinking of going round the outside of Gareth. He's trying to make it. Can he hold on? Side by side to turn 2. And Gareth just holds on to the position. That was a battle.
That was a battle and a half. But now Pass is making the move on the inside. Contact between the two drivers. But now Pass has made the move into 10th. But can Gareth hold on with the DRS zone? That is the big question. Still watching this battle. We also got Vojtech and O'Stephen battle. We'll have a look at that in a moment or two. But still, the battle for 10th, it's quite heated up, shall we say, at the Invictus Racing League, the Performance League as well. Now France's going to close the gap onto Gareth as well. But Gareth will have the try and close the gap with the DRS.
Vojtech.
Oh, Vojtek's making the move. Vojtech is making the move. Yes. O'Stephen
coming back. Vojtek's coming back on O'Stephen. Side by side still. And he's made the move. O'Stephen's up to P8.
So, good call there, Ryan. Good call on the battle between O'Stephen and Vojtech. So, we'll watch Vojtech now try and close the gap. We're on the 2 laps remaining, guys. 2 laps remaining. Oh, 3 laps remaining, sorry. 3 laps remaining of the Invictus Racing League, the Performance League. If you liked what you see so far, please make sure you subscribe to the Invictus Racing League YouTube channel for all the live races itself. But yeah, Ryan, are you watching the O'Stephen battle? Or are you watching the Gareth battle?
Yeah, I'm just watching O'Stephen. Of course, he's made the move on Vojtech, not the other way around. I thought it was Vojtech on O'Stephen, but it was O'Stephen on Vojtech. Vojtek's not even in DRS range anymore. Of course, he's got a penalty as well. I think 3 seconds. 3 seconds for Vojtech. Pass is just too far away to close that gap. Of course, 12 seconds behind Vojtech. Teammates in this race, not in real life, but yeah, O'Stephen's pulling away right now.
Absolutely.
To just, yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. And try to push on massively, but I think Spud would be, at the moment, he'll be alright to hold on for 2nd place, because 8.5 second gap between himself and TL4S, and could be on for his second podium in a row. So his form's pushing on massively. Now France's going to have a chance on Gareth for 11th place at the on the penultimate lap, guys. We're on the penultimate lap. Just trying to see what's happened so far. Still nothing yet. Still trying to battle it out. But I would, like I said, with the drivers who are on the softs is going to go at some point. To be fair, but Gareth is finally going to the pits and trying to. Well, he'll go into the pits now, and now the gaps are all getting a little bit bigger now. So, but we haven't talked much about Bando. Bando, who's done an absolute stellar of a job throughout the race tonight. So obviously he went from I think it was from third. I'll just correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Yeah, it was from third place. So he's done a brilliant job. Do you think, Ryan?
Yeah, Bando, of course, to be 23.5 seconds in front of P2. He's done an amazing job. Bando letting Gareth pass to get. If he didn't let Gareth pass right now, Gareth couldn't have put the fastest lap in. Gareth to just spit and give up some points to get that fastest lap, and he's really going for it. I don't know. No, it's not on his fly. It's on his out lap right now. But yeah, talking about Bando, of course, he's done an amazing job to be 23 seconds in front of P2 Spot, who's also done an amazing job coming from P12. Correct me if I'm wrong. P12, yeah. It's a difficult choice to choose a driver of today, to be honest, because there are a lot of contenders. Harry as well from the back of the grid, going up to P7, just behind Nightchase, who started from P6. But of course, the top two runners, Bando and Spot, they've done exceptionally good.
Absolutely, and look at this. China is all gone sunny now after that manic mid-rain race, shall we say. But overall, Bando, who's just about to cross over the line now to win the Chinese Grand Prix. So well done to him. Brilliant drive from him. Absolutely stellar of a drive. And to Spud, who's trying to push on massively, and he will be on for his second battle between
Ginger Tiger
and Gareth. Gareth with the fresh softs. Oh, making a move. He has made the move against Ginger Tiger. So he has made the move, so he's going to try and push on now to try get at least the fastest lap on the race itself. But TL4S could be on to finish off in third. Nitrogash will finish off in fourth, just beside Sab will finish off in fifth. Nightshades, who started off in sixth, will finish in sixth place. But Harry, trying to not give up a fight, he's trying to do every race that he can, but points, a little bit of points has just missed out. Only by one point, but it feels like he can't afford to lose that. It's now the 11-point gap between the top two drivers in the Drivers' Championship. Oh, Stephen will finish off in 8th. Vojtech will finish off in 9th. Pass, who finish off in 10th place. Gareth, it's just coming up to the last few corners now.
He's gone purple in Sector 2. Let's see what he can do in the last sector. Just coming up to the final corner. Can he get the fastest lap for those final points?
Well,
we'll see.
You only get the fastest lap if you're in the top 10, but it would be nice to see what lap he would do at 33.5. A 1 minute 33.5.
Yeah, it's got invalidated as well, so it didn't matter anyway. He's even finished behind Ginger Tiger by 2/10. That's just unfortunate. But yeah, we've had a great race, haven't we?
Absolutely, and not only will we'll stop there, we've got to get the drivers' podiums, to be fair, as well. And just to try and see from their perspective and try and hear their thoughts. But well done to Bando, Spud, and also TL4S for their top three finishes. But we'll get them in a moment or two, guys. We'll get the classification and then hear their thoughts of the race in itself. But it's been an absolute blast, Ryan, isn't it?
Yeah, my debut as a commentator, it wasn't that bad. It was a good race for sure. Let's do the classification first.
Nice one. Thank you very much for that, Ryan. We've got the race classification for the Chinese Grand Prix, for the Invictus Racing League, the Performance League on the PlayStation platform. We've got Bando Bando is in first. Suspod is in second. TL4S is in third. Nitrogash is in fourth. Sab in fifth. Nightchase is in sixth. Harry is seventh. Oh, Stephen eighth. Vojtech in ninth. Pass is in 10th. Jujutaka in 11th. Gareth in 12th. Fransan in 13th. Hulk, unfortunately, who had the DSQ during that race, unfortunately, will be dropped down to 14th and had a DSQ as well. So, but yeah, it's been an absolute blast. We'll get the drivers in, guys. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. We'll give you the top 3 drivers if they're available. So don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back. Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the Invictus Racing League, the Performance League. We have just finished the Chinese Grand Prix, and I tell you what, it was an absolute blast as well. We have got all the top 3 drivers of Bando, Spud, and TL4S. So we're going to have a go and hear their thoughts of the race. But we'll have a mixture of the questions tonight. So I'll mention probably 1 or 2, and then Ryan will mention 1 question to the drivers that I've not mentioned yet. So we'll go with, I tell you what, TL4S. Are you there, mate? You alright?
Yes, hello.
How you doing, mate? You alright?
Not bad, pretty good, yeah.
Good stuff. You had a great race, from what I saw. You've got yourself back up to like 3rd place in the drivers in obviously in the race tonight. But was China one of your strong tracks overall, from your point of view?
Yeah, it's a decent track for me, but I didn't expect to do this well. I think it was pretty much all in the strategy call. I decided to extend the mediums and then pit straight onto the inters instead of going to hards in between. So I think that was the reason I managed to get on the podium.
Absolutely, and you was trying. Just saying one more thing, actually. What you was trying out your hardest to try and close the gap onto Spud, because he had I think it was a 3-second time penalty, from what I can remember. But was you trying to push on to try and catch 2nd place of Spud?
Yeah, in the wet we were about even on pace, I think. But then just once we went onto the dries, it took me quite a while to adjust to the drying track. So I managed to pull a gap, and yeah, he was just much quicker than me in the dry. So.
Absolutely, and you did a stellar job, TL4 for us. Absolute brilliant stuff tonight, and well done for getting third. Ryan, have you got a question for TL4 for us?
Yeah, in the beginning of the race, you had a few battles with friends and as well Vojtech. Which battle did you enjoy the most?
Yeah, the battle with those two is pretty good. To be honest, I didn't fight either of them too hard, just because I think both of them were on different tyres, so I think both of them were on hards. So yeah, I didn't fight them too hard, but
yeah, Franson was on mediums. Vojtech, of course, was on the hards, so he went out longer than you. Of course, the rain came. You managed it pretty well. In the end, you ended up P3, so it ended up all good. So yeah, congratulations to you.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers for that, TL4 Rose. Congratulations on getting third. You can stay if you want, or you can shoot off. It's up to you. But thank you very much for joining tonight, mate. Well done for tonight. We got Spud. Are you there, mate?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, second podium in a row. Where's this coming from, Spud?
To be honest, I can thank my teammate from F4. He gave me a setup because the setup I had for last night was absolute. I couldn't control the car. It was like driving on ice and no traction control. Back end was everywhere. It was a little bit tonight, but that was just me trying to push as hard as I could to try and catch people up, knowing that it was going to be a medium hard race. I needed to push a little bit, but I didn't at the start. But you know, it came good in the end.
Absolutely, I saw that obviously with the mid race where it was absolutely mad, where it went from dry to wet and then to dry. You capitalised on pretty much a lot of the positions, probably about 8 positions that you was in at the time. At the time itself, but surely that was one of the best calls that you've ever done in the Invictus Racing League, the Performance League.
Yes, I think it was. It was a good call because I'm thinking I'm going to send my overtakes in when everyone's on the mediums or the hards, and I was on the inters and just took like 3 cars going round one corner.
I have seen
that's
that.
Going in.
I have
that's
seen
going
that.
In. That's going in, definitely.
Yeah, I have seen that, and that's
got to be the
yeah.
best overtakes I've ever done since I've started racing.
Brilliant stuff, Spud. Well done for tonight. Ryan, have you got a question for Spud?
Yeah, looking back at your first stint, you were on the mediums, stayed up for I think 15, 16 laps. Correct me if I'm wrong. What made you make that decision? Because you obviously knew that the rain was coming in. What was your initial strategy without the rain?
Well, without the rain, because I didn't look, it was just medium hard. I wanted to extend the mediums as far as I could because I can't stand the hards. So I thought, right, I'll extend the mediums as far as I can, and then obviously came over the radio that the rain was coming in 10 minutes, 5 minutes, checked the tyres. I thought, yeah, they're still okay for another few more laps, and then a few spots of rain came. I thought, I've got to stay out, it's not wet enough. Then I just pitted, and then it said DRS disabled because it was throwing it down, and then just managed to pick people off that were still on the dry tyres, which was good for me. I
was really enjoying watching you. So yeah, congratulations on the second.
Thank you, mate.
Well done, Spud. You can stay if you want, or you can shoot off. It's up to you. But congratulations on getting second place and another podium in your records as you come back into the Performance League. Well done for tonight, mate. Well
and
done.
driver of the day.
Driver of the day as well. Yeah, you had 10 positions. I think you had. To be fair, so that's double whammy for you, Spud. Well done for tonight. Cool, nice one. Bando, how you doing, mate? You all right?
Hiya, I'm good. You?
Not too bad, not too bad. That was obviously you started off in, I believe, third
position.
Yeah. So obviously you had the situation where you was trying to push and pressure from the start, but you had a massive, since that rain kicked in, you had that massive gap. So I bet you was having a lucky of the draw as well tonight.
Yeah, I'll say that. From the start, I knew that the rain was coming, but it was meant to come at the end of the race. So my initial strategy was to do hard and mediums, but I think around like lap 12, 13, the clouds started getting dark, so I started to ask Jeff when the rain was coming, and then he literally just said between 5 to 10 minutes. I was just taking the gamble, and then as soon as I wanted to pit at lap 15, the rain started hitting. So I was like, yeah, let me just go on intermediates and see how it goes, because it doesn't seem like it's gonna stay for a while. So I took the gambles, went on inters. Thank God, it's Stephen. He was pressurizing me, went on the mediums, and yeah, that's how the gap came, and I just had to nurse it home.
Absolutely. As you rightly said, you had a great battle with O'Stephen, but would that obviously O'Stephen kept going with the dry tyres, so obviously I would have liked to have seen if O'Stephen did not pick that wrong tyre during the race itself. But would you have had a long battle between them throughout the race as well?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, because through the corners, I was noticing that I think he was running lower downforce. So through the corners, I was gaining a quiet amount of time, and then when it came to the DRS, he was gaining in about 4 or 5 tenths. So I just had to save ERS and just make my way through the corners and see if I can stretch out my hards to the pits, and literally that just happened.
Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. But obviously, you had a massive gap, like 25 seconds. You had enough to do a free pit stop, which you did, and you did an absolute stellar job. Well done for tonight. Brilliant job from you, Bando. Ryan, have you got any questions for Bando before we shoot off tonight?
Yeah, not really a question, just one thing to say. I mean, despite, of course, his spot has done a great job in making up, I think, 10 positions, but despite the fact that the game chooses him driver for Davis, yeah, he deserves as much as you. I think you deserve as much. Yeah, you deserve it as much as he does as well. Just the decision to go out on the inters. I think that's just two drivers of the day. You and Susfud have done brilliantly. He making up positions, making that decision to go into the inters, just well done. Congratulations on first place, and enjoy it.
Thank you very much, I appreciate it.
Nice one. Bando, congratulations, you are winner of the Chinese Grand Prix. Well done, mate. Have a drink on us tonight as well.
Thank you. Enjoy your night. See you later, guys.
Nice one. Take care. So you can stay if you want to shoot off. It's up to you. But thank you very much for joining tonight, mate. Well done.
No worries.
I'd like to say thank you to Bando, Spud and TL4 for their top 3 finishes tonight. Ryan, have you got any final thoughts before we stop the stream?
No, it was just amazing to see these guys just, of course, making decisions in the rain. Like I said, Bando, 23 seconds, that's nothing. And we saw an amazing race here. I'm glad that I can commentate on this one.
Brilliant stuff. Thank you very much for that, mate. Well done. And it's good. Well, I forgot to say, well done for your debut as a commentator to help me out when Tim's unfortunately not well. He'll try and get back next week, but I wish him to have a speedy recovery as quickly as possible. But I'm hoping he'll be back next week, all being well. But thank you to Ryan. I forgot to say thank you to Ryan for stepping in at the tonight. So, well done for tonight. Brilliant stuff as well. So,
you're welcome.
Nice one. Like I said, guys, next week we'll be back for round 11, which is the Spanish Grand Prix. Can we see if Nightshades can try and hold on? It's 11-point gap. If I remember it right, it's 11-point gap between yourself and Harry. So, obviously, this is next race is the last race of the qualifying scenario of round 11, and then round 12 will be the last one of the reverse grid. So it's going to be action packed. So don't miss out on this epic battle between those top 2 drivers and also the 2 constructors, who are the 2 drivers, the 2 teams in the constructors to battle it out as well. Cheers for that, guys. I'm going to shoot off. We and Ryan will be shooting off as well. But cheers for that, guys. We'll see you all. Well, I'll see you next week, all being well. With the Performance League. Cheers for that, guys. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye.